Here's the video review for Deluxe Class Dark of the Moon Skids. Just to give you a quick size comparison, I will compare him to, I guess the only other figure I can here in vehicle mode right now. The previous Voyager Ironhide. I should have brought the other Skids in to compare him with, and I don't know why I didn't. In vehicle mode, he's roughly the same size as Skids from Revenge of the Fallen. The car mode, like I said, it's a little different. There's a spoiler back here. Obviously, he's black with neon green highlights, and the transformation is different. But vehicle-wise, he's roughly the same size as his previous version, his previous Deluxe version, at any rate. There's his Mech Tech gun, and how this works is this targeting reticule back right here. You pull back, and it extends into a double-barreled pistol. And it's just kind of a big Earthworm Jimmy pistol. Otherwise, it doesn't lock into place like some of the Voyagers do. I think I mentioned before, it seems like all the Voyagers have a way of locking their weapon out in place. The Deluxes just flip back and forth, with the exception of Starscream, where you plug in that piece and it does hold it open. He does have the spring ports, and that there's little covers that pop into place. They are connected. They're a bar across, so when you plug in the gun on one side, it does push in the port on this side. But as you can see, there's a piece that goes down, and when the weapon isn't attached, does pop up to fill in those holes. So transformation. Like I said, it's different than previous. You want to come here, flip up the hood, and just lift that up. Come back here, grab the rear of it, and pop the feet out. And then the arms just kind of swing out to the side here. Just like that. Now, bring the feet down. Lift this piece all the way up. Go ahead and fold. Well, you don't want to fold that under yet. What am I saying? He kind of has the Human Alliance Skids piece here, where you want to lift this up, and then this spine piece you want to flip back, and then this whole piece rotates around. You can actually flip this all the way up and under there, and it kind of sits in the groove of the spoiler, but it leaves this kind of loose. What I like to do is lift this up, and then just hook it up underneath that spoiler, and that kind of holds this whole back piece in place. And then the torso, you lift this up, turn his head around, and this whole thing is going to collapse back, and these two holes here on his upper torso peg onto these two posts here in the back of the robot mode. You just kind of flip this up, line those up. It takes a little fiddling to get them, a little pressure to snap them into place, but they do snap up into there. There we go. It's just a matter of getting it all lined up properly. Oh, part of the reason I did screw up something up here. Hold on. You want to take the middle of this, flip that piece up. There you go, and that'll let that whole piece sit down and snap on here properly. So see, this piece comes up and fills in where that grill was. I'll lift the head up. See, are we focused here? There we go. Pull that piece down. Split the legs. The arms come up. You want to flip his fist out here. And then this panel you lift up, you rotate it around, and you rotate just a little bit, and it sits right up against his arm, and that gives him the green detailing there on the outside of his arm. And he does have a Mech Tech port here hiding underneath, and there is one right here on this panel. Also, up here at the top of the spine is a Mech Tech port. And then this arm over here comes back. There's a Mech Tech port under here, which is mostly unused because this piece, and there's a Mech Tech port right here, so you can plug a couple weapons in here. This piece is intended to fold up under the arm like that. So this plug plugs in here, and then that allows a Mech Tech weapon. But you can, if you want to give him more armament, you can fold that down and use these hidden Mech Tech ports. But his hand does hold Mech Tech weapons as well. And then the feet. The feet are subject to a lot of controversy. Everybody says that this joint down here is for extending the feet down and under, and all this stuff, and that's just, like he's just got giant feet. Basically what you do on the feet is you just flip out the heel, and this joint right here does not allow the foot to fold under or anything. That joint right here allows this panel to flip forward and down as the toe. So he does have these giant kind of boat shoes, but there's no, this doesn't come down any further. The knees, he has knees, they don't bend backwards. They bend forward, but they don't bend backwards. Now, I guess you could rotate this around, but you can't. There's a mid-thigh swivel here, but then you don't have the leg in the proper... Okay, I guess you can go like that and give him some backwards, a little bit of... Well, no, that's just right back to how it was originally. So never mind. I thought I was being clever there, but no. So his knees come down, but they don't bend any further back than that. And then you flip that down, and again, he does have some giant feet, but that's how he's designed. That's not improper transformation. That's how that joint works. You can, if you lift it up, it snaps off. That's solely there. That joint. Oh, come on, I'll snap back. It solely exists. Okay, fine. To let this piece rotate up and then lift up and down this way to fit into place in car mode. So, for those who are hoping for smaller feet, sorry, that's just the way it is. Lean it forward. And then, of course, the MechTech weapon fits in either hand. You can hold it just like that, or he can hold it just like that. And he is a little shorter than his previous counterpart, just because he's got these giant feet. I think it looks all right. I like the big feet. It kind of matches more of his on-screen model to have the bigger feet than his previous Deluxe version did. And it's kind of a cool. He's actually a fairly nice. I mean, it's Skids, so take that as you will. But for Skids, it's a nice version of Skids, and it's fun to transform and it's fun to play with. And like I said, I kind of like his short little dimensions here. Here he is next to Classics Hot Rod, just so you get an idea of how short he is. Or if you want him next to a movie figure, here he is next to Deluxe Ironhide from Revenge of the Fallen. So he's short, but he's actually pretty cool. He's cool to play with. He's fun to transform. Surprisingly, one of the better and one of my favorite DOTM figures. He's not my absolute favorite Dark of the Moon figure, but he's definitely up there. He's better than some of the other ones I've got. So I was pleasantly surprised by Skids. But there you have it, Deluxe Dark of the Moon Skids.